Welcome back, Legionnaires, to part 10 of the Let's Play Dragon Age Origins. And today we will be killing the bears and more than likely finishing off completely low range. So these are just plain black, all these are just normal black bears. So I'm gonna kill you. And you're gonna be happy about me killing you. Oh yeah, myself. Oh yeah, Alice is getting the brunt of the attack. That's not good. Alice's health is probably nowhere near as strong as mine. That's that quest updated. I don't know where I've got to go for that kid's mother. So if we look at the journal, we can read a bit more into it. All of the to the Chenter is offering a small reward to anyone who's willing to venture out into the wilderness to find the remains of her mistress woman Sarah. Her personal effect may bring some small measure of comfort to her orphaned son. I'm gonna guess over here. Even though I have been over here, it could have changed since I've last been out. It didn't. We go in the war? No, we can't. Okay, so let's return this way. Shouldn't be too hard to find the item book. Oh, there it is.
As you say.
Was she raped as well as murdered? I'm guessing she was. You found the body of the boy's mother and recovered her keepsake. Well, that sucks. Well, time to return to the city. Because Lovering is one place that doesn't stay on the map for long. Because someone did mention it quite a while back, but I didn't point it out because I was just didn't want people to know. Unless we get to that point, until we get to that point, there's no point saying what happens because obviously that's spoilers. We don't do spoilers. We play the game properly. Wow, as close to properly as we can get. And there's the kid. So that's not. I don't think that's the kid that we did. But I speak to Chanter Davins.
Blessed are the peacekeepers, champions of the just. And the stars stood still. The winds did quiet, and all animals of earth and air held their breath. All was silent in prayer and thanks.
You could have literally just said the last one and I'd have been happy. That's it. That's everything for now. And there's more. No, there's not. Well, I am now leaving Lovering. I might have missed some quests, but I am really not bothered. I'm leaving. We need to get to Pozmar and kill my fucking bastard of a brother. But then again, I don't actually know if we kill him because, like I've said, I've never played as a dwarf noble before. But I do know the main events that happen in every character line. So yeah, so we're gonna go on this bridge and we're gonna go leave. I'm pretty sure we're gonna go straight to Pozmar. What does this do? Here it is, we're defending this dwarf. From these... Oh shit, there's a fucking Herlock Alpha. Alpha? See, this is why I don't like being a mage. I don't like being too far away, because it means my camera angle has to be all weird and I have to look at shit. I do not like these Herlock Alphas. Bitch, just die. Hey Morrigan, you don't need help, but I'm gonna help you anyway. Do not mind me, team. Team, continue to kill. I'm gonna loot them. Oh, there's a blood mage. So there's we got some. Well, guys, I'm back. So after we killed that Herlock, I talked to Sandal and his father Fedek, and then I tried to venture forward and I forgot that the game will crash because for some reason it's annoying. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause the recording and then I'm going to instantly read it back so you do not miss anything. So I'll be right back, guys.
Bad dreams, huh?
It seems so real.
Well, it is real, sort of. You see, part of being a Grey Warden is being able to hear the Darkspawn. That's what your dream was, hearing them.
Well, that sucks.
The Archdemon, it talks to the Horde, and we feel it just as they do. That's why we know this is really a blight.
The Archdemon, is that the dragon?
I don't know if it's really a dragon, but it sure looks like one. But yes, that's the Archdemon. It takes a bit, but eventually you can block the dreams out. Some of the older Grey Wardens say they can understand the Archdemon a bit, but I sure can't. Anyhow, when I heard you thrashing around, I thought I should tell you. It was scary at first for me too.
Thank you, Alistair. I appreciate it.
That's what I'm here for. To deliver unpleasant news and witty one-liners.
That's why we keep you in the party.
You're up now, right? Let's pull up camp and get a move on.
I don't wanna. I have a quest called Enchantment. No, that's Inventory Joe. At camp enchantment. Talk to Bode. Aha, there they see. Where are they? No, there. They're somewhere in this camp. They joined the camp. There they are. Oh, that's not it. There they are. See, I was close. That's the other merchant.
Ah, it's good to see you, my timely rescuer. Bodon Fennick at your service once again. I saw your camp and thought to myself, what safer place to rest for the evening than in the camp of a Grey Ward? I'm perfectly willing to offer you a fine discount for the inconvenience of our presence. How does that sound? Good? Yes?
You're free to stay, just mind yourself.
Wonderful. Thank the gentleman, won't you, boy?
Thank you, sir.
We won't be a bother to you and your companions, I assure you. If you should need enchantments, simply talk to my boy. Otherwise, come speak with me.
If I remember correctly, he says enchantment.
Hello.
The boy's a bit simple, but he's rather good with enchantments. One of those tranquil fellas actually called him a... what was it now? A savant. I had no idea such a thing existed.
I want some enchanting done.
Enchantment.
Oathkeeper, that's... None of them are my weapon, but we'll use Alistair's, so we'll give him... Actually, which is better? Oathkeeper's 8.40 and that's 8.40. I think I'm going to do upgrade Oathkeeper with the Journeyman Lightning. Except... Alistair, you have a new weapon. Its name's Oathkeeper. And it's better than that sword I gave you. And it obviously definitely looks better. So come on, Bodand.
If there's anything I can do for you, please tell me.
We'll figure out his story. So persuade. So tell me your story exactly.
I suppose since you told me about you being a Grey Warden, it's only fitting for me to be as open. I'm originally from Orzammar, just as you are, I suspect. You don't have the look of a surface dwarf about you. I was a merchant there, too. Merchant caste. These things are in the blood, you know. You can't just leave them behind. I ran a fairly successful business. Rare artifacts, you know. Old things, grand things. The nobles loved them. Reminded them of the lost glory days, I suppose.
Our glory isn't lost.
Well, you can think that if you wish, if that gives you comfort, but some of us prefer to look at things as they are and see the truth.
Dick.
But we were talking about how I ended up here, weren't we? One day, a noble woman came to my store. She looked around for a bit and then started shrieking in dismay. Apparently, she believed that a pair of braces I had for sale once belonged to her brother. He'd been lost in a cave-in, you see, while on an expedition to clear out the Darkspawn from one of the tunnels running close to the city. They were made specially for him. They're unique, she shrieked. He stole them from my poor brother's corpse. She had me arrested on the spot, of course. Nobles, they're touchy like that.
I used to be a noble.
And now you're up here, on the surface.
My brother betrayed me and had me exiled.
Then you know whereof I speak, don't you? Well, I didn't steal them. You see, I'd been paying these castless thugs to venture out into the deep roads for. The lost tides. They're full of things that people left behind. Sometimes you can find a treasure. Something worth a little gold.
Better to do something with them than leave them to rot.
That's exactly how I see it. The noblewoman, she wasn't too happy with the theft of her brother's braces. I don't know what they planned for me, and I didn't want to find out. Bribed the guard that was watching me and took off for the surface first opportunity I got. Never looked back.
Fascinating story, thank you.
You're quite welcome. Now, is there anything the boy or I can get you?
So let's look at your wares, Bodan.
I'm sure you'll be pleased with the goods my boy and I have collected, and with your discount.
Anything that heals, and I'll take it. Including these stupid healing kits. Right, that's all that's spent. Oh, that looks beautiful. Why does that look beautiful? Oh yeah, that's because it's worth 21 gold. Jesus Christ, that looks beautiful. And there's the Blood Dragon helmet, Blood Dragon plate gauntlets, Blood Dragon bloody shoes. Stuff we will eventually need. To go with our lovely armor. What's this? It's a shield, isn't it? It requires... Oh, that's a helmet. I think it is, anyway. Oh, there's the proving helm. It doesn't really sell much that we could use. Oh, I remember all these. I know majority of what you do with these. These are quite funny. Anyway, let's go back to what I was looking at. Wow, these bard... Oh yeah, Imperial Weaves for a mage. Spirit Hand, Mage, Rogue. Fucked on a Strength. I actually want to know what the Proving Helm looks like, so I'm going to waste the gold. Purely because I never got a chance to wear it back in the old thing. That does look badass, but... Yeah, we'll keep it, we're just not going to wear it. So, what I did actually want to do when I came to the camp was talk to the Luan person.
Yes?
I'd like to talk.
Well, here I am.
This vision of yours.
I knew this would come up sooner or later. I don't know how to explain, but I had a dream. In it, there was an impenetrable darkness. It was so dense, so real. And there was a noise, a terrible, ungodly noise. I stood on a peak and watched as the darkness consumed everything. And when the storm swallowed the last of the sun's light, I fell, and the darkness drew me in.
You dreamed of the Blight.
I suppose I did. That was what the darkness was, no? When I woke, I went to the Chantry's gardens, as I always do. But that day, the rose bush in the corner had flowered. Everyone knew that bush was dead. It was grey and twisted and gnarled, the ugliest thing you ever saw. But there it was, a single beautiful rose. It was as though the Maker stretched out his hand to say, even in the midst of this darkness, there is hope and beauty. Have faith.
That was wishful thinking, Liana.
I suppose you will never understand. No one does. It's all right. I know what I know, and no one will ever make that untrue. Yes?
I'd like to talk.
Well, here I am.
What would someone like you be doing in Lothering's Chantry?
What is meant by someone like me?
I'm not gonna... You know a beautiful, charming, long lady like yourself,
And there were no
apparently.
beautiful, charming women in the cloisters, you think? You would be wrong. There were
I'm a
many
dwarf, leave me
lovely
alone.
initiates in the Lothering cloister. All of them chaste and virtuous. It added to their mystique. Because then, they were forbidden. And forbidden fruit is the sweeter, no?
There's an issue that's kind of been more lovely than you.
Flatterer. I, however, did not take vows, and so perhaps I am not as enigmatic. The Chantry provides succor and safe harbor to all who seek it. I chose to stay and become affirmed.
Affirmed?
We affirm our belief in the Maker, in Andraste and the Chant, but other than that, there are no vows taken.
And why were you seeking safe
The
harbor?
Chantry does not pride, and you should. I desired time apart from the world. I was a traveling minstrel in Orlais. Tales and songs were my life. I performed, and they rewarded me with applause and coin. And my skill in battle? Well, you pick up different skills when you travel, yes? Yes, of course. Let's move on.
Okay, right, we've got to make it, just making sure we didn't get that +1 god, or we got rid of that -1. So we could talk to other people, but we have. Actually, no, we have 10 minutes. We could talk to Alistair,
What do you need?
who's like twice as tall as me. I'd like to ask you
Ask
something.
away.
What can a Templar do exactly?
Essentially, they're trained to fight. The Chantry would tell you that the Templars exist simply to defend. But don't let them fool you. They're an army. The other main purpose for a Templar is, of course, to hunt mages. To that end, we train in talents that drain mana and disrupt spells.
So couldn't Earthlers learn these spells?
Perhaps, but there usually isn't much of an opportunity. The Chantry keeps a close rein on its Templars. We are given lyrium to help develop our magical talents, you see. Which means we become addicted. And since the Chantry controls the lyrium trade with the dwarves, well, I'm sure you can put 2 and 2 together.
So you were addicted to this lyrium?
Thankfully, no. You only start receiving lyrium once you've taken your vows. You don't need lyrium in order to learn the Templar talents. Lyrium just makes Templars' talents more effective. Or so I was told. Maybe it doesn't even do that. The Chantry usually doesn't let their Templars get away either, so they can spread their secrets. I'm a bit of an exception. Lucky me.
Alistair, you are a funny. Axelot, what are you barking at?
Oh, why, you little...
Are you harassing my dog?
Me harassing your dog? I should say it's the other way round. Your furry friend here took offence at me getting near his food. He snapped at me. Look.
It was a warning. You could have took your hand off. Actually, you know what? Good boy. Teach that Alistair, Steely Alistair a lesson.
Sometimes I forget that he's a war dog. That'll teach me.
You've got to love Axelot. He's hilarious. Pretty sure I was meant to be doing. I was going to do something else while I was here. My weapon. I wanted a two-handed weapon with a slot on it. Because I just realized I'm now envious of his blade.
You're a hard man to find. Where are my manners? The name is Levy Dryden. Did Duncan ever mention me? Levy of the Coins? Levy the Trader?
I'm Duran. I've never heard of you.
Really? He never told you of old Levy? We've known each other for years. But here I am carrying on while you have a blight to stop. Don't want to waste your time. But you see, Duncan promised that together we'd look into something important for the Wardens. And for me. But poor Duncan's... well, no more. A tragedy it is, at that. But I know he would want his work carried on. His pledge fulfilled.
What promise did Duncan make to you?
My family, well, past a bit checkered to see. Nobles look at us with disdain. My great-great-grandmother, Sophia Dryden, was the last Warden commander of Ferelden back when the Wardens were known as freeloaders. So King Arlen banished the Wardens, and he took House Dryden's land and titles.
What happened next?
Hard to say. After King Arlen died, there was a civil war, loads worse than this one. And our family was on the run, hunted by enemies, with nary a friend in the world. But Drydens are tough. We rebuilt, became merchants, and we never lost our pride.
I'm surprised you kept your name.
Our family's only crime was guarding the kingdom against the blight. We're not ashamed of that.
Just tell me what I need to know.
Duncan wanted to reclaim the old Grey Warden base, Soldier's Peak. And perhaps we'll uncover evidence to restore my family's honour along the way. know there's been a soldier's peak since the Grey Wardens were banished, but I found a way. They say it's haunted, and it's certainly dangerous. Will you help me?
Your family's faith will be rewarded. I will help you.
1,000 blessings upon you, Warden. I'll mark down the location on your map. When you arrive, we'll pick our way through the tunnels together.
So you want a merchant, Dick? I was hoping he was a merchant.
If there's anything I can do for you, please tell me.
Well, we spent a long time at this to
I'm
camp.
sure you'll be pleased with the goods my boy and I have collected, and with your discount.
Yeah, we get it. Come on, hurry up. I need to find a two-handed weapon. Oh, he doesn't fucking have any. Great. Well, suppose we just carry on then. Got our quest people. Actually, no, you know what? We're just going to spend all this time in our camp, and then next time we don't have to do this. I don't know why. I just like I enjoy talking to the characters.
What do you wish of me?
I'd like to ask you something. Actually, no, I'd like to discuss something personal.
We're in camp, so 'tis as good a time as any.
Why are you still here?
I am here because Flemeth commanded me to aid you. Why? Do you wish me to leave? I can do so if you prefer.
No, I don't want you to leave.
Then I assume our discussion ends here.
Bitch. Oh, -10.
What do you wish of me?
I'd like to ask you something.
If you must.
Have you ever been hunted by the Chantry?
You are very cute to ask so many questions.
And you are cute when you're evasive, I suppose.
Really? Perhaps we should be wrapped in ribbons and adorned with flowers. So cute are we, too. My mother has been hunted from time to time, yes, by Templar fools like Alistair, which should tell you how successful they generally were. Flemeth made a bit of a game of it, in fact. The Templars would come again, and she would look at me and smile and say that the fun was to begin once more.
You really had no trouble with them?
I am unsure. I was too young to understand, and perhaps 'twas bravado on Flemeth's part, or perhaps she was merely amused. I will never know. Flemeth would warn them once. 'Twas a warning they inevitably failed to heed. And then the true game began. Often Flemeth would use me as bait. A little girl to scream and run and lure the Templars deeper into the wilds and to their doom.
Did you actually kill them all?
Me? No, I never did any of the killing, until later. And even then, Flemeth was a glutton for that sort of thing. Thankfully, the wilds is a vast place. Once they found us, Flemeth would simply move us elsewhere, and we would be lost within the forest once again. I did not understand the danger we faced until I was much older. I had never heard of apostates or maleficarum.
Don't you regret hunting out any of those men at all?
Would they have regretted hurting me? I was a young child. Yet do you think they would not have gleefully held my head aloft as a trophy? There are no trials for apostates, no prisons, no mercy. There are only absolutes, so only survival matters. If the wilds have taught me anything, 'tis this. First, you must survive. Do you disagree?
I have no opinion on the matter.
An evasive answer. Either you have no opinion or will not speak of it. No matter. Enough of this talk. Let us return to the task at hand.
And she improved more disapproval. So I have a feeling Morgan is not going to like us. So she's still -1. Yeah, somehow we're +5 with her. Baxlot, we're +100 because we're awesome. Sten, neutral. And I believe Alistair's should be, +7. What's this? Okay, so we're going to leave now. We're going to go to Ozamar. I should probably ask Alistair of something at the Templar ship first.
What do you need?
I'll ask you
Ask
something.
away.
So can you teach over this be a Templar?
I suppose I could, but I really would rather not. When the Grand Cleric let Duncan recruit me, she made me swear never to reveal Templar secrets outside of the Chantry. I'd rather not go back on my word.
Very well, I will respect your word.
Ask me later, perhaps. Maybe I'll change my mind. This is not something small you're asking, after all.
I understand. Right, leaving time. So we're gonna go to here, and I will be right back, guys. So, guys, we are at Frostback Mountain Pass, and I believe this is where Ozmar is. If I look on my actual map, so it just peaks up there. What's this? That's Scholars Pass. I'm sorry I got ready. I stopped the map thing where it like goes on. I could have put it on, but I just didn't want the game to crash. Hopefully, this is where Ozmar is. Because if I'm honest, I don't truly know. There's a bounty hunter here, so we might as well talk to him.
Enemies approaching.
Whoa! Ow! This looks like it's fucking painful. What the hell's happening? Morrigan, I'm... win. So what we're going to do is I'm going to be right back and we're going to load the last save, I think. So what we're going to do is we're going to leave. So I'll be right back again. So guys, we're in a fight, unfortunately. So I'm trying to figure out how to get to Ozmar. So what we're going to do is we're going to kill this son of a bitch. We appear to be having problems at the moment. These Hurlocks are annoying. You know what, there's a trap there. I'm gonna kill this son of a bitch, because he keeps healing him. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna kill this one for now, because, well, our rogue's dead. Suppose that's not good. Come on, you stupid Genlock, you want to die. Right, oh shit, he died. Let's use our slice attacks. And he's dead. Okay, that's all the enemies dealt with. Let's get you back up. Right, so we just need to leave, it seems. What's that? Entry blocked. So I'll see when we get to the city we're going to.
Look, can we talk for a moment? I need to tell you something. I should probably have told you earlier.
What's in your mind?
Well, let's see. How do I tell you this? We're almost at Redcliffe. Did I say how I know Al Eamon exactly?
I think you said he raised you.
I'm a bastard. My mother was a serving girl at Redcliffe Castle, and she died when I was born. Al Eamon took me in and raised me before I was sent to the Chantry. The reason he did that was because, well, because my father was King Marek, which made Kaelin my half-brother, I suppose.
What? You don't think you might have told me this before?
How? When would I say that? Oh, by the way, King Marek had sex with a servant, and she produced a bastard son. That's me. I would have told you, but it never really meant anything to me. I was inconvenient, a possible threat to Kaelin's rule, and so they kept me secret. I'd never talked about it to anyone. Everyone who knew either resented me for it or they coddled me. Even Duncan kept me out of the fighting because of it. I didn't want you to know as long as possible. I'm sorry.
Does Logain know?
Why wouldn't he? He was King Marek's best friend. I don't know if that means anything, though. I certainly never considered the idea that it might ever be important. Al Eamon eventually married a young woman from Orlais, despite all the problems it caused with the king so soon after the war. He loved her a great deal. Anyway, the new Arlessa resented the rumors which pegged me as the Arl's bastard. They weren't true, but of course they existed. The Arl didn't care, but she did. So off I was packed to the nearest monastery at age 10. Just as well. The Arlessa made sure the castle wasn't a home to me by that point. She despised me.
What an awful thing to do to a child.
Maybe. She felt threatened by my presence. I can see that now. I can't say I blame her. She wondered if the rumors were true herself, I bet. I remember I had an amulet with Andraste's holy symbol on it. The only thing I had of my mother's. I was so furious at being sent away, I tore it off and threw it at the wall. And it shattered. Stupid, stupid thing to do. The Owl came by the monastery a few times to see how I was, but I was stubborn. I hated it there and blamed him for everything. And eventually, he just stopped coming.
But you're the heir to the throne, right?
Let's hope not. I'm the son of a commoner and a Grey Warden to boot. It was made very clear to me early on that there was no room for me raising any rebellions or such nonsense. And that's fine by me. Now, if there's an heir to be found, it's Al Eamon himself. He's not of royal blood, but he is Kaelin's uncle, and more importantly, very popular with the people. Though, if he's really as sick as we've heard... Oh no, I don't want to think about that. I really don't. So there you have it. Now can we move on? And I'll just pretend you still think I'm some nobody who was too lucky to die with the rest of the Grey Wardens.
That's not really what you think, is it?
No, I suppose not. I don't feel very lucky at all, to be honest.
Well, Alice is in a bad mood. Anyway, guys, I'm sorry about all the talking this part. In the next part, we will get to a lot more, hopefully, combat. But anyway, until then, guys, thank you guys for joining. I'll see you guys later. Legionnaires, and most stay part of the Shadow Legion.